3, 2, 1.
Live, up close, and unplugged. 95 Will Rock's national award-winning Studio East, where rock bands get intimate and strip it down acoustically. You can stream live video of Will Rock Studio East performances at 95willrock.com. Powered by the U.S. Army. There's strong, and then there's Army Strong. Learn more about the U.S. Army at goarmy.com. Now, let's go live to the 95 Will Rock Studio East.
I'm Leah, live here in Studio East with Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. One of the Rattlesnakes. We've got Dean here in Studio East with us. How are you guys doing?
We're very well.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming in. Now, you guys are just coming off a festival last night, right?
Northern Invasion yesterday.
How was that?
It was amazing.
Yeah?
It was a lot of fun.
How do you come off of a festival if you unwind at all going into tonight?
We're still tightly wound.
Yeah, you're still like riding a high right now?
We're basically on a 5-week tight wind.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll come down in a couple of weeks when we get home. That's the plan.
Nice. So you're playing the Cobra Lounge tonight in Chicago with Dinosaur Pileup, who we'll be talking to here in a little bit. And Modern Ruin came out earlier this year in January, and you guys have just been touring that for the last month or so, right?
Pretty much, yeah. We've already done a European tour and a UK tour on the back of it, and we've just got touring all summer, all fall, all winter. We're just on the road constantly at the minute, but it's the only way to get out there and put our music in front of people. So,
absolutely. Well, the writing process I thought was interesting. How you go about it is that is it true you shut off all music and for a couple months before you actually write, or?
Yeah, I do when I'm in a record, when we're actually doing in the studio. I try and just tune out of everything else, just because I don't really want that influence in. But it's difficult because music is my life. It's been my life for, since I was a kid.
Well, I thought that was really interesting. I've never really heard that before, but it totally makes sense. I just don't know how you find the time to be able to do that when you're touring so much.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. So.
That's really cool. So can we get a taste of what people could hear tonight at the Cobra Lounge?
They're going to hear something a lot more violent and aggressive than they're going to hear right now.
All right, let's get the acoustic.
Yeah.
All right, we're live in Studio East with Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes.
Cool. Here I lay, my stomach burning, body in pain while the room keeps turning. There's blood on the sheets of my skin. I need a bigger hole to bury me in. What did I do last night, and will I be ashamed? What did I do last night, and will I be ashamed? I keep on losing but can't stop playing the game. Here I lay, my throat on fire, my stomach acid, it keeps getting higher and higher. And I'm locked on my hands and knees in sweat and tears, just begging please. I promise I won't do this again. I'm in a daze at the end of the battle. Clear days are all unforgotten. I need your help, but I can't say it. Pull me out, I ain't gonna make it. And I guess the only thing to do is break all of my promises to you. And I know why it's wrong from right, but I will always roll the dice. 'Cause in my eyes it might be something better. And at this point, what's another measure? I need your help, but I can't say it. Pull me out, it ain't gonna make it. And I guess the only thing to do
Live in 95, WIIL Rock Studio East with Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. They're playing tonight at the Cobra Lounge in Chicago, which what you're going to see is probably a little different than what we're getting in Studio East today because your shows are kind of wild. I mean, I've got to tell you, when I was doing my research, your images, you're bleeding in just about 90% of them. So you're not just performing, you're actually participating with the crowds and giving them a show. So I've got to ask you, what's the worst injury that you've had doing that?
I've had a few bad ones, but last summer Dean had to take me home in a wheelchair from Berlin. Like my back, my back, they thought I'd snapped a vertebrae, but I hadn't. I was just like, my body had just kind of gone into preservation mode, but that was about as bad as it's been, because I couldn't even walk, I couldn't sing, so.
Geez, so have you...
Well, no. Yesterday I did a handstand while I was crowd surfing. So no, I've not really learnt my lesson. But you can't come into rock and roll at like 30%. You know, we've got to bring 100% because people don't know who we are, and we need to give them a show and make sure they know when they leave that festival, if they saw us, that we're firmly stuck in their head as one of the best bands they saw of the day. So, that's awesome. Yeah. So you guys could see that tonight at the Cobra Lounge. And did you get an injury yesterday?
Yeah, I managed to do something to my back, but I don't really know what it was.
But was it? Were you like jumping and crowd surfing and stuff, or?
It just kind of happened like song one, and I haven't really felt pain on stage ever because of the adrenaline.
Okay.
And all the way through the gig, I could just feel my back, and I was just like grimacing and trying to smile through it.
Yeah. We like look to the right, and there's like the whole of Papa Roach like watching, and so I'm just like trying to amp it up, and Dean's just like, this is really bad. But hey, it's rock and roll.
That's cool. And something else that I thought was really awesome too is that you actually dedicate a song for just girls to get. Tell me a little bit about that and what made you start doing that.
Well, I never really had the perspective to sort of ask why. We have so many female fans that are really passionate, singing along, and they just were never stage diving or crowd surfing. And one day I asked the girl at our show, and she said that she was intimidated. She said that she was nervous to stage dive because she'd had bad experiences before where she'd been groped or, you know, and so I was really offended by that, and I was really upset that could happen at our gigs. So I've just been actively going out of our way to make a safe environment for everybody at our shows, but most importantly for women that have never had the opportunity to stage dive or crowd surf, because, you know, when I got into punk rock, it was for everybody. It was an equal environment for everyone, and it was for outcasts. It didn't matter what gender, what race, what religion, it just didn't matter. We were all there, and we were all part of a family, and I feel sad that that's kind of disappeared a little bit. So that's what we're bringing back. And you know, the tough part for me is that I never had that perspective before, and then I had a little girl, and I refuse to allow her to grow up in a world where she doesn't feel safe stage diving, you know.
That's amazing. I think I could speak for all females, and thank you as an artist and just being a human being. I mean,
I'm sorry that it's taken me 10 years to do it. If I had done this 10 years ago, the landscape today would be very different. So I'm already on the back foot, but we're trying. You know, better late than never.
That's awesome. Well, girls, you could do some stage diving tonight at the Cobra Lounge in Chicago. You guys going to do one more for us? What do you have?
Yeah. We're going to play a song called Wildflowers. This song's all about the moment you fall in love.
Awesome. Live in Studio East with Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes.
She is so beautiful, with flowers in her hair. Her perfume smells like summer air, and her lips are the sweetest like honey and milk. Her skin white like snowflakes and soft as silk. Her hair is as black as a reservoir. Midnight and still, and it takes me so far that I don't believe that there is an end. If there is, I will climb out and dive in again. We picked daisies and I made a chain. Sleep in the grass, both feeling insane. And if this isn't love, then show me the truth. I said if this isn't love, I'm gonna need some proof. The tiny wildflowers all tied in your hair like stars in the sky floating there. A constellation gorgeous and new. You called it the lovers, I believed it was true. All of a sudden you rose to my nest. No longer felt love, I felt sorrow instead. And as you walked, you combed out your hair. And all the flowers felt like birds through the air. We picked daisies and I made a chain. Sleep in the grass, both feeling insane. And if this isn't love, then show me the truth. I said if this isn't love, I'm gonna need some proof. Like stars in the sky falling to earth. Lovers are dead, lovers are cursed. We picked daisies and I made a chain. Asleep in the grass, both feeling insane. And if this isn't love, then show me the truth. I said if this isn't love, I'm gonna need some proof. Thank you very much.
Live in 95, WIIL Rock Studio East with Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. Now, Wildflowers, that was the third single release on the album?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's all about the moment that I fell in love with my wife.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you've been around for over a decade now, not in this band, but doing the music thing, and it's obvious that things have changed from even the past 5 years as far as people buying music, people not wanting to buy music, and you seem to be giving people opportunities to buy other things.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your book that you have out.
Well, we wanted to make, obviously, it's no great secret that people were just not buying music as much as they were. So we wanted to give them an opportunity to buy our album with so much physical content that they just really felt like they were cheating us, you know?
Yeah.
So we made this book that just has all of the lyrics, the extended lyrics for the album, loads of behind-the-scenes photos, some snippets into the process, like screen grabs of text conversations between us that probably no one should ever see.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then Dean wrote the sheet music for the whole album. And when you buy it, it comes with the record as well. So it was just a way for us to give put something out there to people that if they bought it, they could really get an intimate look at us.
Right, something different and something that they feel like they absolutely need to have.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, guys, you could see them tonight playing the Cobra Lounge in Chicago. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
Please
you for having us.
come back soon.
Yeah, we will.
I'm Leah, live in 95 WIIL Rock Studio East. Thanks to the U.S. Army.